You know, Caitlin Clark is getting back on the golf course again this offseason, participating in the Annika golf outing. And she has a couple of caddies that are going to be taking the course alongside her in the form of Sophie Cunningham and Lexie Hull.
Caitlin Clark is back in the spotlight this offseason, but this time, it isn't because of a viral highlight, a no-look pass, or a logo range 3. Instead, she's stepping onto a different kind of stage, the Annika Pro-Am at Pelican Golf Club in Florida. It's a relaxed, prestigious, invite-only event where golfers, celebrities, and athletes mix for a weekend of fun competition. But Caitlin's appearance this year comes with a twist that nobody saw coming. She's not showing up alone. She's bringing backup, not one, but 2 guest caddies, and not...
Sophie and Lexie kind of called this shot, or especially Sophie did, back before when it was first announced that Caitlin was going to do this event again. You could get into the comments section and you see there's Caitlin Clark with Nelly Korda, who was impressed with Caitlin's poise on the golf course last year, even with the crowds, and said she got into women's basketball because of Caitlin. Sophie Cunningham says Caitlin Clark need a couple of caddies. Lexie Hull with the smiling face or whatever that is, and some beer cheers. And Lexie Hull says, sign us up. And you thought that
not
was...
just anyone, her Indiana Fever teammates Sophie Cunningham and Lexie Hull. And yes, this entire moment actually started as a joke. Months ago, when early whispers about Caitlin entering the Pro-Am first hit social media, Sophie Cunningham jokingly commented that Caitlin needed a couple of caddies. Fans laughed, Lexie Hull chimed in, and the whole exchange became one of those fun, forgettable off-season moments. Everyone assumed it was just playful banter. Then Gainbridge made
it has actually happened. It has actually happened because, as you can see here, Sophie Cunningham was announced as a guest caddy. I don't know if she's technically Caitlin Clark's caddy or not, but it says they'll be alongside Caitlin Clark, Nelly Korda, and in June for an unforgettable day at Pelican Golf Club on November 12th. And you have Lexie Hull. There you go. So Lexie and Sophie both taking part as caddies.
Official. Caitlin Clark will compete in the Pro-Am, and standing beside her will be caddies Sophie Cunningham and Lexie Hull, plus golf stars Nelly Korda and Lauren Anuine. In one announcement, the internet joke turned into a real-life highlight. At face value, this whole situation feels wholesome. 3 teammates spending time together, having fun, enjoying the off-season, and giving fans something entertaining to talk about. Caitlin swinging a golf club, Sophie cracking jokes, Lexie hyping everyone up, all smiles. But once Sophie Cunningham enters the conversation, things suddenly get much more interesting. Because Sophie's off-season has been complicated, and fans know it. She arrived in Indiana mid-season and instantly brought grit, energy, personality, and toughness. She connected with the fanbase and teammates quickly. But after the season ended, many noticed something strange. The Fever's official...
Cunningham is now taking her talents to the golf course, where she will join Clark for the Annika Pro-Am tournament next week. Unlike Clark, however, Cunningham will not play in the tournament. She and Fever teammate Lexie Hull have committed to be Clark's guest caddies.
Social media barely posted about her. Other players were highlighted. Other off-season activities were featured. But Sophie? Practically silent. That silence sparked rumors. Was she staying? Leaving? Negotiating? Being overlooked? Fans wanted answers, but none came. Everything around Sophie became a quiet but persistent off-season storyline. What's going on with her future in Indiana?
Caitlin Clark has opened up the opportunity for both Sophie Cunningham and Lexie Hull to be a part of this huge non-basketball event. So again, when you talk about Caitlin Clark opening things up for other people, it's not just on the basketball court. That is the kind of influence she has.
And now suddenly, there she is, standing next to Caitlin Clark in a polished, branded announcement for a major event. Naturally, the fan base started connecting the dots. Is this a sign she's returning? Is she more involved behind the scenes than it appears? Is her chemistry with the team stronger than social media suggests? Or did Caitlin personally want her there? Nobody knows. But that mystery alone is fueling even more attention around this event. Lexie Hull joining the group is less complicated, but still meaningful. She has long been seen as one of the most positive personalities on the Fever roster. She and Caitlin get along well, and Lexie's upbeat energy, humor, and consistency make her the perfect addition to something fun and lighthearted like a Pro-Am. Fans love seeing her in these kinds of environments, loose, smiling, engaging, and enjoying herself. Seeing Caitlin, Sophie, and Lexie together is something fans haven't seen often. A trio that feels refreshing, unforced, and genuinely entertaining. And in a WNBA offseason that has been unusually quiet, moments like this stand out even more. Because that's the bigger story here. Last year was historic for the WNBA. Record-breaking ratings, sold-out arenas, exploding ticket demand, new sponsors, national coverage, content going viral daily, entire news cycles revolving around every small moment Caitlin Clark was involved in. But now, the offseason has gone silent. No major trades creating buzz. No big WNBA storylines dominating headlines. No behind-the-scenes content going viral. No organic momentum being built. Fans feel it. Creators feel it. Even players have noticed it. And that's why this Pro-Am moment, this golf weekend, matters more than people realize. It might look simple, 3 teammates bonding at a celebrity golf event. But in reality, it highlights something the WNBA desperately needs: off-season engagement, storylines, personality-driven content, fun moments that keep fans invested and excited. Think about it for a moment. 1 year ago, if Caitlin Clark announced she'd be playing in a Pro-Am, especially with teammates by her side, it would have broken the internet. Sports pages everywhere would have covered it. Clips would have gone viral. Fans would have debated, reacted, and amplified every detail. But today, it's barely being talked about. Not because people don't care, fans still care deeply. It's because the league and major media outlets haven't learned how to carry momentum into the offseason. They aren't feeding fans content the way other leagues do year-round, which is exactly why this moment feels important. It brings energy during a lull. It reminds fans that these players are charismatic, interesting, funny, and compelling even when they're not on the court. It gives creators, reporters, and fans something to talk about that isn't negative or manufactured. It's genuine. And beyond all that, this golf moment taps directly into what made fans fall in love with Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and Lexie Hull in the first place. Caitlin Clark is competitive in everything she does: basketball, golf, card games, you name it. She's magnetic, expressive, and relatable. People are fascinated by anything she tries outside basketball because she's fun to watch in any environment. Sophie Cunningham is chaos and comedy in human form. She's fearless, outspoken, entertaining, and always brings personality to the table. On a golf course? With Caitlin Clark? With cameras everywhere? Fans already know it's going to be hilarious. Lexie Hull is the glue, the upbeat, supportive, wholesome presence people love. She makes every scene better. She brings balance to every group she's in. Together, the 3 of them are the kind of trio fans want to see more often. They represent chemistry, fun, and authenticity, 3 things sports fan bases crave. Yet here's the irony. This event only became a reality because Sophie made a joke online months ago. That joke turned into a fan conversation. That conversation turned into a request. And that request eventually became a real appearance. It shows the power these players have in shaping their own narratives, something the league should lean into more often. This entire situation also raises bigger questions about the future of the Indiana Fever. Sophie Cunningham's appearance here hints at deeper unity behind the scenes. If she truly wasn't returning, would she be standing next to Caitlin Clark in a promotional announcement for a major public event? Would she be involved in something so team-centered and fan-centered during the offseason? Maybe. Maybe not. That's why fans are paying attention. Lexie Hull's involvement reinforces that she's still an important part of the Fever's chemistry, even if she isn't the loudest voice online. Her presence signals stability within the team's core group. And Caitlin, being the centerpiece, as always, signals the direction the franchise is heading, forward, with personality, unity, and visibility. But the deeper truth remains, for the WNBA, moments like this shouldn't be rare. They should be. It reminds people that these athletes don't shut off when the season ends. They live full, fun, dynamic lives, and fans want to see that. At a time when the WNBA's offseason has felt like a long silence, this trio stepping onto the golf course feels like a breath of fresh air, a spark, a reminder of everything the league could be building on. Caitlin Clark brought millions of new eyes to the league last year. She changed attendance numbers, TV ratings, merchandise sales, and cultural conversations. But that momentum needs fuel, moments, stories, appearances, engagement. And right now, this is one of those moments. Sophie Cunningham, Caitlin Clark, and Lexie Hull walking onto the green together won't determine the future of the WNBA, but it does shine a light on what the league excels at when it leans into personality-driven content. It highlights genuine chemistry, friendship, comedy, and competitiveness. It gives fans a reason to talk, debate, share, and get excited again. Maybe Sophie is returning. Maybe this is just a fun off-season outing. Maybe this trio will become a recurring fan favorite. Or maybe this moment will simply be remembered as a rare bright spot during a quiet off-season. Either way, fans are watching closely. Because sometimes it only takes one small, genuine moment to remind people why they fell in love with the game and the players in the first place. And this might be exactly that moment.